husband asked me a really good question earlier today, which is, why does hedonic adaptation exist? Why is it that no matter how much we change our circumstances, our brains always adjust and we go back to our genetic set point for happiness and we're always craving more? I mean, it's like our brains don't want us to be happy. That's true. That's basically true. So Robert Wright explains in a book called Why Buddhism is True that evolution selects for populations that are not easily satisfied. So if you think back to our ancient ancestors that were, living a nomadic lifestyle and just trying to survive, if they were easily satisfied by eating just enough to survive, then they wouldn't have a lot of body fat reserves and they wouldn't be able to survive when a famine comes around later. They wouldn't be able to spread their genetic material into offspring, and that trait would not survive. So you guys know that the way natural selection works is whoever survives the most and produces the most offspring is what controls the genetic traits that are in future generations. And over a long period of time, that's how the genetic makeup of an entire species will shift to whatever traits make that population most likely to survive. So our ancestors constantly wanting more food, more sex, better shelter, better tools, whatever, is what helped them to survive and reproduce. And now here we are today. The problem is that in our modern world, food and shelter are no longer scarce for a lot of people and haven't been for a couple hundred years. But evolution takes a long time to catch up to that. So evolution happens over a period of, hundreds of thousands to even millions of years. And we've only lived in this modern world for a couple hundred years. So our ancient brains that we still have are not perfectly designed for this modern world that we live in. And that's why it takes some intentional work up here if we want to be happy in the current world. So it was a good question, and I thought I'd make a video about it. Thanks.